This week on Strong Arm Sports Podcast. He keep trying to put Andrew Luck in the top five.
Bro,
the man,
yes, he's a top
then
five
put
quarterback
Big Ben
in the
his
league,
top
bro.
five for the second year in a row. If that's not disrespectful,
I'm tired
I don't
of
know
you
what
putting
is.
Big Ben Roethlisberger
I just
up
asked
there.
him.
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't.
What's going on, folks? Man, welcome to a brand new, exciting episode of the best sports podcast in all the land, man.
True.
In all the land. This happens to be the first time you guys are watching or listening to the show. I'm one half of the show. I go by the name of K Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy Leparis 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade!
Yes, sir.
Listen, man. We missed the show last week, Spade, but we back like we never left with some fire. Some more fire.
Hey, that's what
Okay,
we do.
yoga flame. Spade. We're going to start in the NBA. I know that's where you want to be. But
Facts.
we do have some NFL news, and I think you guys are going to want to tune in for that because we back
It's
with our
that time
top
of the
five
year, right?
players. We back.
We back.
So, Spade, I'm going to start in the NBA, and I want to talk about, we're going to take it to the, what's that, the Northeast? We're going to take it to the Northeast. We're going to go to Boston. We're going to take it to
Gotta go
Boston.
to Boston.
Yeah, Boston. We're going to take it to Boston. And Boston made an acquisition, and they got rid of a player. We was like, oh, whoa, hold up. But as expected, Boston went out there and they signed Gordon Hayward to a max contract. But
Yes.
with signing Gordon Hayward, they also had to trade they either had to trade Crowder and Smart together. Like, you had to get both of those guys out, or trade Avery Bradley, and they decided to send Avery Bradley to the Pistons. So they lost Avery Bradley and added Gordon Hayward. Spade, give me your thoughts on that.
Well, let me say this. First of all, y'all know me. If I'm right, I have to make sure the world know.
Lord.
In the last show we did bring you guys, the question was proposed from Leparis.
Yep.
What was the best landing spot for Gordon
And
Hayward?
Miami is still the best spot.
And as a Heat fan, it was tough for me to do my job, but I have a job to do, man. And I come out here, I take this job very seriously, and I told you guys the best landing spot for this man was obviously Boston.
You was wrong. You was wrong.
For a
You
number
were
of
wrong.
reasons,
You were
including the
wrong.
fact that him and Brad Stevens has history. What blew my mind, though, bro, was all over my timeline, and I do mean all over my timeline. I would log into Twitter and see countless people like, oh my God, the Celtics are so crazy. Why would they get rid of Avery Bradley? Oh, they had the perfect team. Why are they doing this? And I was like, people really don't understand how this works. Y'all do understand that all while Boston was in the running to get this guy, they did not have the cap space to sign him.
Word.
Somebody had to go. Somebody had to go. So, yeah, you want to keep Avery Bradley for his defensive prowess. At the same time, that also means he's the easiest to move. His value was through the roof. His value was through the roof. Another thing that I don't feel like a lot of people knew, somebody was telling me like, yo, Avery Bradley only make $2 or $3 more million than Crowder. They should have moved Crowder. Well, first of all, those $2 or $3 million that we talking about like they pennies, that goes a long way in the budget. And for two, you got to re-sign Avery Bradley before you got to re-sign Crowder. You think Bradley coming back for that contract? Hell no. When he come back, he coming back for that Gwizzop. And something gotta change. You gotta move him. So actually, I got some stuff right here, bro. Hold up, let me get to it. So it says that the Celtics had a lower than expected salary cap, and they had to make some tough choices. So what they had to do was move Avery Bradley, which we spoke on, which freed up almost $4 million in cap space just doing that. They had to waive third-year forward Jordan Mickey. And then on top of that, they had to rescind their offer to Kelly Olynyk, which we know landed in Miami for a deal that I don't even want to damn talk about. But that's three moves that basically had to be made just so they could give Gordon Hayward his max contract that is, what, $128 million for 4 years. So everybody thought that they was just going to pick Gordon Hayward up and keep their whole team. I don't think you guys understand how this works. These moves had to be made. I feel like they got their guy. I mean, I still think they are a better team right now than they were last year. And I know a lot of people don't like me saying that, but they still got Smart, who's a hell of a defender. I'm not saying he's Avery Bradley, but he's a hell of a defender. And I don't know, man. I guess the big question mark that I'm going to ask you, Leparis, Gordon Hayward ain't known for being a defensive threat. IT is definitely not known for being a defensive threat. In your opinion, are they a better team with Hayward?
think they're a better team. I do think they're a better team. But But it's always a but. If Boston fans are out there acting like Gordon Hayward is. I seen people putting Gordon Hayward picture next to Larry Bird. Let's pump our brakes. I knew that was coming though. Let's pump our brakes now. Gordon Hayward he's a great player. He's a great player. Mm-hmm. But I think we need to slow down calling him Larry Bird. And first of all, I got the Boston Celtics roster in front of me.
All right.
They got Gordon Hayward, we know.
Yep.
They still got Jaylen Brown, Jay Crowder. If I'm not mistaken, I think they still got Gerald Green. They got Marcus Morris in the trade for Avery Bradley. They got a lot of people that play the same position.
I think Gerald might be gone.
You think Gerald going? They got this dude named Simi Olajile. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I mean, they got a lot of forwards, Spade. Oh, how did I forget Jason Tatum? They got Jason Tatum, who looked like he the real deal. Yes, Spade. They got a lot of forwards, bro. They got to get the rotations right. But the crazy thing is, people are. I mean, Hayward. I think if I'm not mistaken, he averaged 18 points over there.
He stayed. You're right. I'm sorry, Gerald Green stayed.
I think Gordon Hayward averaged 18 with Utah, and I mean, I think like I said, I think Gordon Hayward is a good player, but I still don't see them beating the Cavs in the East as long as LeBron is over there.
Nah,
because if they think Gordon Hayward is checking Bron, I don't know, man.
You're still gonna have to hide IT too. So I mean, wherever the hell you put him, somebody getting buckets over there.
You ain't lying, because I mean they can't put IT on Kyrie.
Absolutely not.
And I mean, even when they put IT, I mean J.R. Smith was missing, but when they put IT on JR took him right to the post. I mean he was missing the shot, but you get my point.
Yeah, I mean
they got a lot of forward space. They got to get the rotations right. We got to see how this pan out. But I want Boston fans to pump their brakes calling this guy Larry Bird. I think Larry Bird career averages is like 27, 11, and like 8 dimes or 7 dimes or something like that. Let's pump our brakes.
Godly numbers.
Yeah, like let's pump our brakes on Larry Bird. But Spade, I mean, if you're a Boston fan, I get why you're excited. You got a big piece to the puzzle. Let's see how it work out.
Yeah, I mean they've been striking out on free agents for years. So I mean they got Al Horford. He actually turned out to be a big asset for him, especially in the postseason. Got Gordon Hayward. I feel like they're a better team offensively, and like Leparis said, we already said it was no move that a team could make that would put them over the Cavs in the East, over the Warriors in the West. So here's what it is. Let's move forward, bro. Let's go to the nation's capital for this next little bit of information. And as expected, we talked about this one early as well, but the Wizards matched the offer sheet on Otto Porter. Now, this is funny to me because I feel like Brooklyn, I don't know if they just be running up the check on these teams or what, but Brooklyn would make an absurd offer on a player. I'm not even saying that before the Otto Porter fans jump in my mentions. I'm just saying they'll make an absurd offer and get it matched. Now, they did it the previous year with Tyler Johnson, and Miami came back and matched on Tyler Johnson, who sometimes is in the starting lineup, sometimes not. To be a $50 million man and you ain't in the starting lineup is just wild to me. And the same thing happened here. So the Brooklyn Nets made an offer to Otto Porter, and that offer sheet was matched by the Wizards. And currently, and I know it won't be this way forever, but currently, his new contract puts him over Bradley Beal and John Wall in terms of money. Now, we're talking about a guy that averaged 13 points a game, 6 boards, steal and a half. Everybody's pretty hype at the fact that he shot 52% from the field and he shot over 40% from beyond the arc. So, not saying this is a bad player, but you gotta wonder if matching this offer sheet, what is it gonna do later when it's time to make sure Wall is taken care of. But this definitely put Otto Porter over Bradley Beal, who just recently got the max.
Word.
I hope it works out, Washington. That's all I'm saying. What you think about it, bro?
Spade, I said this one when we talked about it in the previous show. I said if I'm Washington, I don't match that contract. I save that money and I try to go get Boogie later. Whether that be via trade this year or when Boogie a free agent, I use that money and I go get Boogie. Spade,
Right.
I felt like you can get exactly what you got from Otto Porter from Kelly Oubre. I said that. People in the comment section, they disagreed.
They weren't too happy with you, bro.
They wasn't. But I still stand by my statement, and I still believe that. I feel like you could get exactly what you get from Otto Porter from Kelly Oubre. Now, a lot of people, they disagreed, and I just don't think you can give Otto Porter that amount of money. If I'm Washington, I let him walk to Brooklyn. I let him go to Brooklyn. I don't match that offer, but they decided to match Spade, and I still don't think Washington. Spade, it was just a couple of years ago, people was calling Otto Porter a bust. Now Otto Porter averaged 13 points, had a solid season. I don't even want to say
it's his career best pretty much across the board statistically.
Yeah, so you gotta ask you. Let me ask you, Spade. Is this Otto Porter ceiling right here? Is this it? Do you see Otto Porter getting any better than this right here? A lot of people were telling me. So. Say it again.
I want to think he can get better. I mean, he's only he just finished his 4th year. Is he going into his 4th year? I think he's going into his 4th year.
I just don't know, Spade. It was just a couple of years ago. People was calling this guy a bust. And I'm John Wall and them. I'm looking like, damn, Otto Porter I know John Wall gonna get read up. Don't get it mistaken. Like, he gonna get read up. But Bradley Beal got this money. He just got read up.
Just got read up for the max.
I'm looking like, yo, Otto Porter. I mean, I want to assume that this don't cause no tension amongst the Wizards, because Bradley Beal, when he get read up after however many years, I know he's gonna be like, well, I need more than Otto Porter. I'm a bigger asset to this team than Otto Porter. Maybe not John Wall, but I'm a bigger asset than Otto Porter. So of course he would want more money. But I felt like you can get exactly what you get from Otto Porter, from Oubre, and I wouldn't have matched. But I mean, kudos to Otto Porter getting his bread. I ain't never mad at nobody getting their bread.
Right.
But good God, Otto Porter averaged 13 points and got over $100 million. That's crazy.
Your biggest issue with the re-signing is that you feel like it could cripple this team in terms of adding pieces later, right?
Yeah, I mean
that's fair. I think that's a fair
I figured
assessment.
I'm assuming that John Wall and Boogie Cousins would want to play together. That's been the lore around the NBA. You know, all the NBA experts be like, well, John Wall should want to play with Boogie, and Boogie should want to play with John Wall. They played together in college, and that's been kind of the little under the sand statement for some years now. Even when he was back in Sacramento. Yeah. And I don't know if you could still sign Cousins with Otto Porter making 100, Bradley Beal making 100, John Wall potentially probably making 200.
200. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, they still got some other guys. If I'm not mistaken, Marcus Morris make a little piece. I mean, he might not make as much, but he makes some bread over there too. So I don't know, Spade. If I was Washington, I would have let him walk to Brooklyn, because I think you can get exactly what you get from Otto Porter from Kelly Oubre, if not more.
I think their belief is that whole built not bought thing. They drafted this squad young. It's still a fairly young team, other than Gortat, who I think is pushing 90. But you get these young guys out here and you let them continue to build and grow that chemistry on the court. And even though I'm with you, I don't think I re them up for this. I mean, I don't think I matched the offer sheet. At the same time, you got to please the stars you got there. Like, nobody wants to live on the hope that you're going to get Boogie. If you don't get him, you're going to have Wall and all those guys. Like, well, you let Otto go. You know, Otto had an up arrow. He was getting better. And you let him go. Then we didn't get Boogie. So I definitely see your point, and I'm with you. I wouldn't have matched. But I'm just trying to look at it. Let me ask you, then we can move on.
You don't think you could... First of all, people was telling me, oh, well, Otto Porter's taller than Kelly Oubre. I got to pull it up in front of me. First of all, it'd be some lies about these guys' height anyway. But it say Otto Porter 6'8", and it say Kelly Oubre 6'7". But it say Kelly Oubre is 205 and Otto Porter's 198. Spade, do you think you can get what you getting from Otto Porter from Kelly Oubre? Oubre only like a 1 or 2 year pro right now.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and I'm not sure that you get the 3-point percentage. I'm looking at a quote right here from somebody named Grunfield. Y'all let me know who the hell that is. He says his versatility, basketball IQ, and 3-point shooting combined make him a great fit for us on the floor, you know, and all this other good stuff. So I don't know if Oubre comes in and give you that 3-point shooting. I think what he lacks in 3-point shooting, he's not a terrible 3-point shooter. It ain't like he's Justice Winslow. Like, he's not a terrible 3-point shooter. But I think what he lacks in 3-point shooting, I think he brings an energy to the court, especially on the defensive end, that could possibly make that team just as good. So, yeah, I'm with you. Like I said, I'm not matching that. If I'm them, I'm not matching. But I'm just trying to look at the other end of the spectrum as to their thought process. Like, yo, we got this young nucleus. I would hate to let these guys go on the hope that we're going to get Boogie. And you were saying that the thought is that he's probably, they got a good chance of landing him because him and Wall played together in college. These are the same people saying that are the same people that said that KD was going there because KD's from there. And you see how that went for him, so.
Spade, hey, I believe I'm right. I wouldn't have matched Otto, but if you're a Wizard, we know why Washington, the organization matched, but if you're a Wizards fan, are you guys happy with matching Otto Porter, with the Wizards, matching that contract for Otto Porter? Let me know in the comment section down below. Spade, let's move on.
Let's move forward.
Now, we're going to take it to my neck of the woods. We're going to go to New York, Spade.
Yes.
And the crazy thing is, Spade, the Knicks ended up trading Tim Hardaway Jr. to Atlanta.
Right.
To only get Tim Hardaway Jr. back for $71 million, Spade.
Thanks.
Golly. And if I'm not mistaken, he was restricted and Atlanta couldn't match. And Atlanta said, hell nah.
Yeah.
$71 million for, and I
like $71 million for 4 years. Nah, we good.
Nothing against Tim Hardaway Jr. I think Tim.
I love THJ, bro.
Me too.
That boy can hoop.
I think he has an up arrow. But $71 million, Atlanta looking like, man, we done let Dwight go. Atlanta probably thinking, I don't see the point of giving Tim Hardaway $71 million.
Yeah, they blowing it up.
Yeah, I don't see the point of giving him $71 million. So they let him walk, and he's back with the Knicks for $71 million. And I read somewhere, Spade, that this contract right here, Tim Hardaway Jr. will make more money on this contract than his father made in his whole career. And I think we both respect Tim Hardaway, the killer crossover Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
But
you tap two-step. You better ask about it.
Tim Hardaway Jr. would make more money on this contract than his father made during his whole career. Spade, how do you feel about the Knicks giving Tim Hardaway Jr. $71 million?
It's typical New York Knicks stuff. The Knicks, I don't know, man. Like, it's a dysfunctional organization right now. And, in the next segment, I'm going to mention some more about the Knicks. But the Knicks, if you told me this happened, the Knicks would be one of the teams that I would guess off the top of my head would be the team to do it. I really like THJ, which is what they called him here in Atlanta. I believe that the same thing that I said about Dion Waiters, and once again, I'm finna go back and toot my own horn. I need to add that to the show. I need an actual horn, like one of those bicycle horns, and I want to toot it. But anyway, I told you guys before the season that I felt confident that Dion Waiters could hoop when Miami got him. And Dion showed flashes. I think THJ is the guy that if he get a team that believe in him and just let him do him, I think that dude can cook. I think THJ can cook. So I don't know. I'm not even saying it's a bad contract. Like, shit, we just talked about Otto getting a hundo. So, yeah, man, I think THJ can easily put up Otto's numbers. I don't know about from a...
Spade. Let me jump back in. Because, like I said, I'm never mad at a player getting his money. Tim Hardaway Jr., congratulations. If somebody willing to pay you that bread, you got to go get it. You got to go get it. I'm going to tell you why it's a bad contract, Spade. As far as the Knicks. Spade, the Knicks just gave Courtney Lee 4 years, $50 million. They just gave Courtney Lee 4 years, $50 million. Now you come back and give Tim Hardaway Jr. $71 million. We don't know what's going on with Melo as of yet. But Spade, let me look. I'm looking at the Knicks roster. We figuring Rose is out of there, right? Rose gone. Rose won't be back with the Knicks, right?
He's gone.
He's gone. They got Courtney Lee at the 2 guard. They got Tim Hardaway Jr. at the 2 guard. Both of those guys are Courtney Lee 6'5", Tim Hardaway Jr. 6'6". If we figure Melo, we figure the point guard of the future is the young kid they drafted, right?
Right.
Spade. They got Noah over there making $70-something million. You looking at their roster and I mean, like I said, you Tim Hardaway Jr., you got to go get that bread. But
got to.
I'm looking at their lineup, and I don't know which way to go. Are you starting Courtney Lee and Tim Hardaway Jr. once you move Melo?
Nah, you can't. Well, I mean,
you talking
about once they move Melo? Oh, yeah. I guess you can play
Melo.
him at the 3. You can play him on the wing at 3. Yeah, why not? You don't think so?
I don't know, Spade. I'm looking at their roster. I'm figuring the young kids start at point.
Right.
I figure Lee at the 2.
Right.
I'm assuming they get rid of Melo, so you figure they getting something back from Melo. People in New York are thinking that they getting Harkless. I don't know how. They think they getting Harkless from Portland. They think they getting Harkless. That's been a rumor going around. They think they getting Harkless. I don't know about that. But I guess you would, as far as the money, you got to play Tim Hardaway at the 3. I'm looking at that roster, and I'm not.
Oh, you got to sit Courtney and bring him off the bench.
For $50 million.
You got to play this man.
Spade?
4 years, $71 million. He got to play. And I mean a lot.
But, I mean, you won't think you got to play Courtney at $50 million?
I mean, yeah. You're right.
I mean,
Yeah.
And see, I know a lot of people going to see Spade. I could predict the future. So they're going to be like, the Heat bring Tyler Johnson off the bench. He make $50 million. It's different.
Yeah, but that ain't smart either.
But Spade is different because they got the Dragon starting. They got Waiters, who was, if you ask me, Spade, when you said Waiters was going to have an amazing season with the Heat,
you laughed
I was skeptical.
Yeah, you laughed.
But when I watched the Heat play, I was like, yo, Waiters is that dude for the Heat. Waiters stepped up, and Waiters hit big shot after big shot after big shot.
Ask Golden State about us.
Yeah, man.
That's the Dubs.
So you can understand why they bring Tyler Johnson off the bench behind Dion Waiters. You wouldn't start Tyler Johnson at the 3 because he's too small.
Yeah, if anything, you play him at the 1, and he's not better than the Dragon there. So
if I can understand in the Heat sense why they bring him off the bench as a 6th man. Ain't nobody on the Knicks you looking and saying, you can understand why Courtney Lee is coming off the bench at $50 million and why Tim Hardaway is coming off the bench at $71 million. I don't see that guy.
Maybe they're going to try to move Courtney in this deal. Who knows? Who knows? I don't want to even go down that rabbit hole.
You got Noah at 70-something million, Courtney Lee at 50, Tim Hardaway at 71. You got Melo with his bread. Golly. If I'm a Knicks fan, I can't talk. I'm a Bulls fan, and we ain't looking too amazing over there either, but I can understand why Atlanta didn't match. But I like Tim Hardaway Jr., and I ain't never mad at a player getting his bread. Get your money, Tim.
Facts. Let's move forward, shall we? You ready for this?
Not really, but go ahead.
Let's go to Houston, y'all.
Oh, Lord.
Let's go to Houston.
Oh, Lord.
We're not going to no gentleman's club, though. It's still sports. Oh, boy. The Houston Rockets just made history, man. They made history several times this year.
They did?
Moving James Harden.
Made history.
Wow, that's real petty, bro. That's real petty. They made history several times this year with the amount of three-pointers made, the amount of three-pointers.
Who the MVP, Spade?
Whenever you're ready to be mature, bro.
Spade, I don't know. I didn't watch the NBA awards. I want to know. Who's the MVP?
While I'm talking, Google it. Google it on your phone.
All right.
The Houston Rockets made history several times this season. Amount of three-pointers made in a game, amount of three-pointers attempted in a game, just all kinds of stuff. I could go on for days. In case y'all didn't know, the Rockets like my second team. They becoming that anyway. But they just made history again by signing James Harden through an extension. Let me get it right. They signed James Harden through the year 22-23. They extended on the contract that he already had. He already had a pretty nice contract. He was getting that bread. The extension is $228 million. I had to say it with my eyes closed because in my mind I can envision me touching some of these millions. The boy James Harden is locked up. He's going to be there forever. And they made sure that he was going to be there forever. Now, Leparis, I got a second part to this whole segment. So before I even dive into that, you want to give your thoughts on the contract?
I'm going to say well-deserved, James Harden.
Facts.
I'm going to say, regardless how you guys think I feel about James Harden is exceptional. Superstar player in the league. And this is the problem. This is the problem with these contracts now, because when a guy like James Harden get this money, you look at other guys like an Otto Porter, like a Tim Hardaway Jr., and you be like, damn, if Otto Porter got $100 million, then guys like John Wall, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, these guys should get, like LeBron said, or Steph Curry. These guys should get $400 million. To me, they got a bargain on James Harden. They got a bargain. James Harden, even though people get to Houston games late, he still fill the stands. People come into Houston to see James Harden play. He just led the league in assists.
If they up at the half,
I think it's well deserved. I think James Harden deserved every penny, if not more. And I don't have a problem with the contract. I think it's well deserved. It's a lot of money, but I think it's well deserved. Guys like James Harden, Westbrook, LeBron James, Steph Curry, those type of players that put butts in the stands and help your team, regardless whether you guys think James Harden got the playoff yips or any of that, James Harden gets it done in the regular season and make Houston a potential contender every year. Go ahead, Spade.
All right, so that's only one part of it. We already know James Harden is that dude. I just want to give you a little bit of feedback that what you may not know. Last summer, Harden signed an extension that ran through the 2019-2020 season for $118 million. And then they gave him, Houston loves James Harden. They want to make sure they looking at stuff like what's going on with Durant, or even what's going on with Paul George or Gordon Hayward. I mean, Utah just did everything in their power to keep Gordon Hayward. And really, I mean, just to be honest, I hate to be this guy, but Utah didn't. It wasn't a bad fit for Gordon Hayward. They basically made him the star. I'm not saying give all the credit to Utah. Obviously, Gordon Hayward is doing, a lot of work. But I'm saying Utah as a franchise, they did their job. They put pieces around Gordon Hayward. They got Rudy Gobert. They did what they could do to put the right people around him to make him successful, and it wasn't enough to keep him. And, Houston see this, and they not a fool. They trying to lock their star up for life if they can. I'm cool with that. Now, I kind of want to shift gears. Now, you guys know they did also just get a trade where they acquired Chris Paul. We gave our thoughts on it in the last show. If you guys didn't see it, you need to go back and listen to the last show or watch the last show. Whichever way you enjoy our show, go back and enjoy that last one so you can hear our thoughts on the Chris Paul trade. Now, right after that, you already know the dysfunctional mess that is the New York Knickerbockers. Carmelo Anthony and his team or his agent or whatever reached out and said, look, there are some ways y'all can get rid of Melo. 2 teams out there he's willing to make moves for.
Yep.
Cleveland Cavaliers, Houston Rockets. I don't know what's going on with the Cavs, but they budget is up there. It's up there. It would pretty much have to take them buying Melo out for the Cavs to get him. So that really made the Rockets the #1 team, the front runner to possibly get Carmelo Anthony. So I've been following this thing closely because for one, I'm not sure that Carmelo makes that team any better. I really don't. I mean, that's no knock on Melo. I just feel like the way they built this team last year, who knows, they may go in a completely different direction this year. But the way they built that team last year, I don't know how Melo makes that team better. That's one. So here's the deal. I'm following it. What's going on? They like, man, the Rockets and the Knicks have been on the phone. They are trying their best to make this deal work. Well, both teams want to make it work. What's the issue? Well, you got to get these contracts to match up. In order for it to work, the Rockets need to get rid of Ryan Anderson and his big-ass contract. The Knicks said, no, thank you. We want to wash our hands of that. We don't want that contract. All right, they said, what y'all want to do with Eric Gordon? The Rockets wash their hands of that. No, thank you. We don't want to get rid of Eric Gordon, the 6th man of the year. We just shipped Lou Will, another potential 6th man of the year, so that we can get CP3. We don't want to ship Eric Gordon. Cool. All right, so what's going on with Trevor Ariza? Houston said, hey, we cool with it. Nick said, we cool with it. CP3 chimed in on the other phone and said, hey, I don't want y'all to get rid of my homeboy, Trevor Ariza. Wait a damn minute, Chris Paul. You were here. We gave away all of our assets to get you. We got you. Melo, your homeboy. Y'all was on the banana boat together.
Word.
We trying to get you your banana boat homeboy. Now you want to save Trevor Ariza. You just got here. You got 2 months say-so for a man that just walked in the door. You get one damn homeboy. Melo or Trevor Ariza. Who is it? And if it's Trevor, then we can get off the phone with the Knicks and let Melo stay over there. We trying to get Melo. You trying to save Trevor Ariza. What is going on? Bro, why? Why is Chris Paul trying to save Trevor Ariza? Why?
Spade, I don't know. Me and you watched the playoffs.
Begging for Trevor to make shots.
Begging for, bro. We was watching the playoffs. Let me tell you something about how we do. Spade live in the A, I live in Jersey. We get in the Xbox party or a PlayStation party or on the phone and we watch the game and we talking and we like, oh, Trevor Ariza wide open for 3. They kick it to Ariza shoot, and it's clinking. I don't understand why Chris Paul would try to save Trevor Ariza. We was begging Trevor Ariza and Ryan Anderson to knock down some damn shots. They was begging them. And
somebody's going to come back, bro, and say, hey, he had some good games. So somebody going to come back and say that. He did have some good games. He also had some games where he couldn't buy a shot.
Bruh, we was begging these guys to make shots, begging for somebody to help James Harden. We know how James Harden get in the playoffs. We was begging somebody to help James. And the only person that was playing with all their heart was Pat Bev, except for Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson hoops on the road now. On the road, Ryan Anderson plays well.
On the road.
But when he at home, Ryan Anderson can't buy a bucket.
I thought it was reversed.
Trevor Ariza was having some issues, man. Trevor Ariza was having some issues. I don't understand why Trevor Ariza would stop the trade for Melo, who I think everybody, I could be wrong, but I would assume everybody would rather have Melo than Trevor Ariza. I would assume. If you don't, I don't know what you smoking, but give me some of that. I don't.
Well, Chris Paul wants
I just
both.
don't understand
he wants
why
both
Chris
of his
Paul,
homeboys.
I don't understand why Chris Paul trying to stop this trade, bro.
Yeah, Chris, you get one homeboy. Make a pick.
I don't understand.
And I'm so petty. I'm telling the one you don't pick. Trevor, hey, man. We gave Chris a choice. He chose Melo. Get your shit.
I don't get it. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. So we talked about the Melo trade to the Rockets. Mm-hmm. And we was in a party last night talking, and I was like, man, I don't understand why the Knicks just don't waive Melo. I don't understand why they just won't waive Melo.
Buy him out.
Just buy him out. That's what I meant. Buy him out. Because the Rockets want you to take back Ryan Anderson, and the Knicks don't want Ryan Anderson.
Right.
It's really nothing the Cavs can trade. Excuse me. It's really nothing the Cavs can trade for Melo that the Knicks would want. People are saying, well, trade J.R. Smith and Iman back to New York. New York don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want that. So I would say just buy Melo out. Let Melo walk. I mean, what difference does it make? The Knicks are going to be a bad team anyway.
They want something, bro. They want something.
Why? They should be trying to get lottery picks. That's what they should be trying to get.
You want something, though. You get this car, and you put all this money in this car, man. You get your upholstery redone. You put you some speakers in the trunk, man. You don't put your digital dash in there. Put you some feet up under that guy. You got it sitting all bulky. And now somebody,
what can the Knicks get? What can the Knicks
somebody
get back?
want to come get your car for the free. And yeah, you know it's a bad car. The car piss you off. It don't even start half the time. But you know what? You got a lot of money tied up in that car. You want something for it, bro. They want something for that car.
Spade. Sometimes you gotta just
Sometimes you gotta hold that L.
You gotta eat
never
bologna. You gotta eat.
Oh, I know.
And I think the Knicks, this is an eat bologna situation, and they need to be like, yo, we need to just buy Melo out, eat the money. I think it's going to be $18 to $20 million. They need to eat the money.
You want them to eat $20 million?
Spade. Yeah, because you want to know what? You know, regardless what product the Knicks put on the field, you know what house be packed? The Garden. Madison Square Garden be packed every game. It's hella people there.
Unless Dolan had to get one of them throwed out. It'd be packed -1. Dolan to get you up out of there.
If I'm the Knicks, I say you eat the money. I think you buy him out, eat the $18, $20 million. You let Melo walk, man. You go out. I mean, the Knicks going to jack up the picks anyway. I mean, they didn't jack up Porzingis, but they drafted this. What, he was from France? They drafted this guy from France, and I mean, they took. Yo, Spade, I read on this guy, and they compared Duke. You want to know what they compared him to?
Oh, I know. Go ahead.
They compared him to a Dennis Schroeder type player. Now, I like Dennis Schroeder, but I mean, Dennis Schroeder ain't tearing up the league.
But they said he's better. They said he's better.
Yeah, they said he's a better Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah. Hawks over there like,
yeah. Better Dennis Schroeder. Ain't that Teague?
Shit, hell if I know.
Yeah, I think that's it. Listen, man, I want to know what the Knicks fans feel. What do you want to happen with Carmelo Anthony?
That's a good question.
What do you want? I mean, I'm a Bulls fan, so I could care less. But what do the Knicks fans want to happen with Carmelo Anthony? the trade, they're going to end up, if Melo goes to the Rockets, the Knicks going to end up taking Ryan Anderson. They're going to end up getting Ryan Anderson.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
They don't want him.
They're going to end up getting Ryan Anderson with his bad contract. He got like 3 years left. I just don't know. I want to know what Knicks fans want to happen with the Melo situation, Spade. That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. Knicks fans, let your voices be heard. Let us know. Like, what would make you happy as a Knicks fan? Do you want to work it out with Melo? Do y'all want to keep that relationship going? Let me know.
Want to move on?
Yeah, bro. Let's move forward.
Spade, another head scratcher. You're going to take it down to Orlando. Spade, we've been trying to figure out the Orlando Magic for 2-3 years now, bro. And we still don't know what the hell they doing. We still
scratching our head.
We still don't know what the hell they doing. But they ended up making a move, and they signed Jonathon Simmons away from the Spurs for a $20 million contract, which is pretty friendly compared to what these other people are getting in contracts. But Jonathon Simmons for $20 million is a bargain. But Faye, how do you feel about the move Jonathon Simmons to the Orlando Magic?
I feel that the price of gold goes up sometimes and down. If you're confused by my reply, that's how I feel about this. I'm confused about this. I don't get it, bro. I like Jonathon Simmons a lot. I'm not sure how he fits in the game plan, and that's partly because in most teams, you can look at the moves they're making and you can go, oh, they're building toward this.
Yeah.
They're building toward that. You can't do that with Orlando. They don't have a linear game plan. I told Leparis off camera. I feel like Orlando, whenever they see a free agent that they think is a pretty good pickup, or they see a trade that tickles their fancy, they just jump on it, and they hope that one day they're going to trip over something that works to give them an idea of what the game plan should be. I don't think they actually have a game plan. I thought they had one a few years back when they moved Tobias Harris. Tobias and Depot was both fighting to be the face of that young franchise, and they said, you know what, we're going with Depot. Woo, got him out of there. I was like, oh, okay, they got a game plan. Then AG went out there and won the slam dunk contest and started to look like, you know what, maybe AG is the face of our franchise. Woo, got Depot up out of there. Mm-hmm. Then they said, okay, we got this team. We got Alfred Payton with nice hair. We got Super Mario, who has nice confidence. We got Evan Fournier, who got some pretty good tweets.
Let me pause you, Spade, because you missed one. You missed one. Vucevic went out there and cooked, and they was like, boop, there go Bismack. Let's give him some bread.
I ain't even get to that. Like, it's crazy. I thought they had something. They had Vooch, who was scoring 21 a game. Mm-hmm. Wasn't too good on defense. They said, you know what? We need some defense. We need Surge. That's when they moved Depot. They got Surge. Then they said, we need more defense. They got Bismack Biyombo. But at some point, they put Vooch on the bench. They moved AG to 3. Okay, not really sure what's going on. Then they drafted another big. Okay, not really sure why we got another big. Then they brought in Jonathon Simmons, who I think is a 3, could possibly play the 2. I don't know, man. It's strange. I just read a report that said, contrary to popular belief, the San Antonio Spurs didn't even make an offer to Jonathon Simmons during free agency. They ain't even, I don't know.
I got you.
Help me.
I can't help you, but I got you. First of all, I'm looking at Orlando roster. And if it's, I mean, it got to be only like 2 Magic fans that watch our show. But if you're a Magic fan and you watch, help us because we need help.
How are you a Magic fan going through this?
Let's look at their roster. Point guards: DJ Augustine, Alfred Payton. They went out and got Sheldon Mack.
True.
So you got 3 point guards. They don't forget they got Terrence Ross.
Oh, I forgot.
They got two guard / forward for Terrence Ross. They got Evan Fournier. It's a guard / forward. They got some dude named Picatrico Gallarino. It's a guard forward. They got a dude named Marcus Georges Hunt. It's a guard. Spade. They got Hazonia, guard forward. I mean, they got, Simmons, like I said, Terrence Ross. You looking at their roster. Spade. Let me talk about their forwards.
You making my head hurt, bro.
I already got a headache, bro. I woke up with one. Welcome to my world. But Aaron Gordon is a forward. Jonathan Isaac is a forward. Hazonia is a forward. They got a dude named Wesley. I I wonder. He's a forward. They got Rudez, who's a forward. You looking at this roster and you don't know what the hell they doing. If you're a Magic fan, please, what are the Orlando Magic? We've been trying to figure it out for 2 years.
Who the face of the franchise? I don't even know that anymore. Who is the face?
Spade, I like Jonathan Isaac as a player, went to Florida State. But, I mean, if you start in Bismack or Vooch at the 5, do you start Jonathan Isaac at the 4 and then move Aaron Gordon back to the 3? You looking at this roster and you don't know. So, do that mean Terrence Ross goes back to the bench? Because they just paid Fournier. I don't know what they're doing, bro. If I'm a Magic fan, I'm not happy.
The only thing they successfully doing right now is giving me a damn headache. That's what they doing.
Yeah, if you're a Magic fan, help us out. We don't got to spend a lot of time on this because they got Jonathon Simmons, who's another guard/forward. So they got Ross, Simmons, Hazonia, Fournier. Help us out.
Yeah, can we move on? Because really, bro, giving me a headache.
We can move on. Listen, Magic fans, I feel for you. I'm a Bulls fan, and we bad too.
All two of y'all.
Yeah, the handful of y'all that's out there. But
let's move forward. I want to talk about a team that's making moves that I can at least follow. It's making a little bit of sense to me.
Okay.
I also want to reach over here and toot my virtual horn. Toot. Because guess what? In the last show, I told y'all the Pels had broke off this contract for Drew Holiday. I like Drew Holiday. I always felt like he was a score-first guard. Somebody came through the comment section and gave me some food for thought. Said, "Spade, how many dimes do you want this guy to get? He get like 6 dimes a game." I think that's what he said. I could be wrong on the number. And I was like, maybe you're right. But when I watch him play, it don't seem like he's looking to facilitate. He's looking to score. And if he can't score, he's going to give up the rock. That's just how it looks to me. And what do you know? Apparently, it looks like that to somebody damn else. Let me read for you what I got right here. Rajon Rondo just agreed to a 1-year deal with the New Orleans Pelicans. And I got some stuff right here. Now, granted, Rondo ain't coming off the best season of his career. We all knew that. That went, without saying. But his numbers are down. If you look at his last year's average with Chicago's a dysfunctional organization as well. So you can't blame the guy for that, but he only averaged 8 points a game and 7 dimes. That's well below his career average, which is 11 points per game and 9 dimes. The Pelicans recently re-signed Drew Holiday to a 5-year deal, $126 million, and could be worth more than up to $150 million with incentives, but they were intrigued by the possibility of shifting Holiday off ball for large chunks of games. Yep. Why would they want to move this man off ball?
Because he's
I don't know. Maybe because he want to score first. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He wants to score first. I actually like them getting Rondo. Because you know what? You got these bigs that can score. You got this guard that you move into the 2 who can score. You know what you need? Somebody who can get them the ball. Somebody who has great court vision. Somebody who's an on-the-court general. And Rondo has fallen from grace. I remember when the discussion was Darren Williams, CP3, and Rondo for who was the best point guard in the league. Ain't nobody talking about that anymore. But this guy right here still has that floor general mentality to me. One of my favorite Rondo memories from last season was him banging the cannon on Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade because they was down talking to young guys on that team. Mm-hmm. Rondo came out like you would want a leader to do, didn't say it behind closed doors, didn't go to him in the locker room like, hey, y'all shouldn't do that. Went straight to the same camera that they was talking shit to and walked in and said, you know what? The leaders that, when I was a young guy in this league, the leaders on my team, they didn't bash me to the media. They came to us. And that ain't going to get them no respect from the young guys. And they said in that locker room, which I said here on the show again, toot toot, said on the show, I guarantee you in that locker room amongst those young guys, I bet you Rondo's a hero. And toward the end of the year when Rondo wasn't playing and he didn't even understand why he had lost his job, I heard a report that said that the young people, like that locker room was basically divided. It was the 2 stars, and it was Rondo and the young guys. They rock with Rondo. That's the type of leadership that I feel like the Pelicans need. I actually like this signing, and I think this 1-year contract is like a test drive. I think if it goes well, I think they re him up. And I talked the whole time. So, Leparis, if you got 2 cents, throw in, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I'll slap down some more paper money.
No. I'm gonna say we seen Rondo with Boogie in Sacramento, and they kind of had it going. Yep. And before you want to throw some shade at Rondo, I still believe to this day, if Rondo didn't get hurt in the playoffs, we kicked the Boston Celtics ass right smooth out the playoffs.
I agree.
We kicked them.
I agree. Bouncing.
So as far as Rondo with the Pels, you need a facilitator that can get all these guys easier buckets, and Rondo can do that. Rondo is known for keeping his dribble alive. Rondo got guys, even for the trash Bulls, he got a lot of guys, easy buckets, even Nico got him open looks. He might have missed some of them joints, but he got him easy looks.
Make him.
You ain't lying. You do some pick and rolls with AD and Boogie and still can kick it to Drew to hit down the open shot. You know what? It might not be a bad fit. Let me ask you this, Spade, and then we can move on.
All right.
Now, the West done lost some talent. The Clippers lost some talent.
Yep.
The Jazz lost some talent. Do you see the Pelicans getting in the playoffs this year?
I mean, you kind of threw me the alley-oop when I was expecting you to shoot. So I'm probably not going to finish this oop. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I really want to look. I think they got a chance. I really think they got a chance because, I mean, I've been hard on Rondo, but I saw something that I liked in Rondo last year. I don't think he's afraid to stand up to people like Boogie or even the Brow. I don't think the Brow got an attitude issue, but you need a little fiery guy who can say, yeah. Like, you messed up right there. That ain't the way this go. Go over here, And who knows, man, maybe Rondo, maybe the leadership that he showed the young guys on that team translated to those guys. You got Denzel Valentine pushing his teammates to the right spot on the court where they're supposed to be. Maybe that fire came from Rondo. I'm going to give him a shot. I like him to get that eight spot.
I'm about to say, I think they could push for the 7th for 8th seed. But, I mean,
it's early, though, y'all.
My boy's going to be right there.
Who your boys?
Jokic and company. Jokic and Fareed and them.
There ain't nobody studying no jerk.
Yeah, man.
And then he said, and Fareed. Like, Fareed be on the floor.
Fareed ain't on that team no more, man?
I mean, he over there somewhere.
I mean, they got Millsap, Fareed, Jokic. They might have the best front court in the league.
Why you name 3 of those guys when we all know that Fareed ain't going to be out there? Fareed is sitting down.
There ain't about to be no Fareed slander on this show, bruh.
That's the only reason why you calling that man name. You know that man ain't,
they got
doing that out
Fareed,
there. Let's move forward.
Jokic and Millsap, Spade. That's a nice little lineup. But Spade, let's move on. We're going to take it to the Summer League in Vegas. My homie Spade went out to Vegas, went to some Summer League games. Went out to Vegas and enjoyed some Summer League games. Got to see some players firsthand. So, Spade, this has been like one of the most exciting Summer Leagues in years. So we got a lot of people, I think it's one of the most televised Summer Leagues as well because the playoffs, the little Summer League playoffs been on all the ESPN channels and NBA TV, Spade. And, I mean, Lonzo Ball playing well, and you got,
selling out arenas.
Smith Jr.,
who?
He playing well.
Oh, yeah.
You got Tatum playing well.
And my boy De'Aaron Fox, too. Don't
Fox
leave
as
De'Aaron
well.
out.
Spade, give me your thoughts on Summer League. Should we be hyped about these young guys playing in Summer League? Should we be looking at these guys saying, oh my God, these guys are perennial all-stars because of what they're doing in Summer League? Are we taking Summer League too literal?
Well, yes and no.
Oh boy.
Damn it, bro. I need this horn. I'll tell you what a wise man named K Spade says. It's 2 times of the year that you can take a young player and help him get a confidence boost that can excel him forward. That's at All-Star Weekend. We've seen it before. We've seen guys show up in the slam dunk contest, and all of a sudden, that second leg of the season, they playing with this newfound confidence. They look like a star. We've seen guys win the 3-point contest and do the same thing. Same thing with the, whatever it's called. It used to be rookie-sophomore game. I don't know what it's called anymore. Mm-hmm. The other time of the year that you can see a young player get that confidence that can excel him forward is in the Summer League. We've seen it before. We've seen young guys come out here. And really, man, we say this on the show a lot. People who just casually play sports, or maybe you never played sports, or maybe you're a fan of watching, but you've never really been out there in the trenches. You guys underestimate the importance and the overall weight of confidence. Confidence is huge. For some odd reason, people say that H like it's a Y. So for y'all, confidence is huge. It's huge, bro. Confidence is huge. So, you know what? I got to admit, this is my first time ever attending any Summer League games. First of all, shout out to the people who made sure your boy got out there for that. I represented Strong Arm Sports very well out there, Leparis. You would have been proud of me.
True.
But I enjoyed having an opportunity to see the young guys kind of first. Like, one of the games, y'all probably saw your boy on TV. I was out there on row 2, you know what I'm saying? 2 rows from the court, down on the floor and stuff. Humble brag. But I got a chance to see some young budding stars, and I kind of already got to put my stamp of approval on guys. The Spurs got a dude named Forbes. I was like, that guy's a bucket getter. The Jazz got a guy named Mitchell. That dude right there looked like he the real deal Holyfield. Of course, I got a chance to see Tatum. He was hooping out there. I didn't get a chance to see Lonzo because the one Laker game I got a chance to attend, my boy wasn't going to play. They felt like he might have been ducking De'Aaron. I'm just saying. De'Aaron gave him 39 last time they met up. De'Aaron was like, what's hood? He was like, Miley, what's hood? And it was no Lonzo. But, of course, another thing that's been talked about a lot this summer league has been Lonzo Ball and his shoes, Lopez. What you think about that, bro?
I think
in case they don't know, let them know what's going on first.
First of all, I think it's much to do about nothing. Let me tell you, I think the sports media has been turning into one big meme. The sports media, well-respected sports media is one big meme now. You see notable outlets like a Sports Center, ESPN, and Fox
Bleacher
Sports.
Report,
all these guys, they stay tweeting like memes, and all these guys, respected outlets. It's one big meme. But anyway, so they ESPN posted a meme that said, is it the shoes? And they had the stats with the shoes that Lonzo wore. So, everybody know the first game he played, he had a bad game. That could be a ton of reasons.
What was he
Nervousness, his first little, quote-unquote, professional game. Nervous,
What was he wearing, bro?
Say it again?
What was he wearing?
He was wearing them BBBs. But the second game he played, Spade, when he had on the big baller brand shoe, he had a triple-double. I mean, it was a baby triple-double, but a triple-double nonetheless. It was 11-11-11. He had a triple-double in his own shoes. But, he went out there. He had on some Adidas. He had on some Kobe's. He wore, last night, he actually wore some Steph Curry's. And, he had monster games. And people are like, is it the shoes? It's the shoes. And I'm like, yo, this is not NBA Jam. It's not the shoes. You gotta assume that the kid is getting more used to playing to the speed. It could be a ton of reasons. I think the shoes are much to do about nothing, but these media outlets are like making this big deal about, oh my gosh, well, if he big baller brand, then why is he wearing Nikes and Under Armour and Adidas? And LeVar actually came out and was like, at Big Baller Brand, you're independent. You can do whatever you want. You can go out there and play barefoot if you want. And I think people are making a big deal out of these shoes. I actually think the dude ran out of shoes. Like, people that pre-ordered the shoes, they saying that they won't get their deliveries to maybe August or September. So I think he actually had 2 pair of Big Baller Brand shoes. He wore those joints. And even, Chris Broussard actually said, which I didn't know, that NBA players wear their shoes twice and then they get rid of them joints and get a new pair. So maybe old boy was like, I wore these joints already. I don't want to keep wearing the same pair of shoes. So I'm going to go wear some other joints, and I don't see an issue with it. I think the sports media is making a big deal out of nothing. How do you feel about it, though?
I agree with you, but I disagree. I think they're making a big deal about nothing, but I don't think he's out of shoes. I think he is having fun trolling these idiots that's really thinking that what pair of shoes he put on his feet is affecting how many buckets he gets.
Yep.
I don't want to make it old man story time, but I grew up in a different day and age. I got my first official name brand pair of shoes when I was in high school. And it wasn't that my parents necessarily couldn't afford it. My parents are just old school, and they couldn't fathom paying that type of money for shoes. Like, they really just couldn't understand it. To this day, bro, they couldn't understand it. I said I wouldn't make it old man story time. I lied. I remember I bought my mom some boots for Christmas. Women love boots, by the way. If you got a mom or a girlfriend or sister, you looking for a gift, get them boots. They love boots. And I accidentally left the price tag on the box. My mom opens the box. She goes, oh, I like these. And she's looking at the box, and she sees the price. It says $79.99, which ain't even a lot. My mom goes, $80? You pay $80 for these boots? No, I won't wear it. Take these back. Just get me some Walmart boots. I don't need no $80 boots. I mean, showed her behind over some $80 boots. So I ain't never rocked name brand shoes like that. And I can, even though young me wanted some Jordans so bad, I have never put a pair of shoes on my feet and I was like, ooh, somebody about to get this work today. Ooh, look how quick I am. Ooh, never in my life. This kid been hooping since he was super little. Like, we've seen footage of it. Wow. I guarantee you, you could go put some Payless shoes, off-brand, fake Jordans with the guy doing a layup, put him on his feet, and I guarantee you, whatever he's doing, he's going to be able to continue to do. He's going to have good games and bad games. I don't feel like the good games are a representation of the shoe. I don't feel like the bad games are a representation of the shoe. Like, he could wear some Jordans tomorrow and have a bad game, and somebody gonna be like, oh, the Jordans up. Like, I think he's just having fun. Like, he's a quiet guy. He's not LeVar. He's not all in your face. I think this is his way of kind of being him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really, yeah, that's what I think.
It's not NBA Jam. It's not the shoes, y'all. It's not the shoes. I don't believe it. And that's what I tweeted. I don't believe it. I tweeted at ESPN, and I said it's not the shoes. This ain't NBA Jam. The kid had a bad game. He had a bad game because he played bad. You know, he had a good game. The kid had a good game because he had a good game. It's not the damn shoes, y'all. Come on. Be better than this. But this is what I'm saying about sports media now. It's turning into one big meme. Can you get a retweet? Can you get likes?
It's a joke.
Can you get clicks? And that's
what
bothers me, man. Especially,
you know what?
Before you go, Spade, especially an outlet like an ESPN who don't need to do that. You are the worldwide leader. You get it. You it already. You don't have to do that. But go ahead, Spade.
You know why I think it's good that they doing that?
Go ahead.
Because somebody wants something raw, uncut. Somebody gonna want their sports not watered down, not sweetened up with no sugar. They just want the strong arm truth. And there's two brothers out here delivering that. You know what I'm saying? So if you look, if your sports network dancing all around in the videos, come to SAS. You know what I'm saying? Come to SAS. We just gonna give you the strong arm truth.
That's it.
If your team do something trash, we're gonna come out here and say they did something trash. We ain't finna sugarcoat it.
Word. I mean,
I just saw that self-hurt moment. I couldn't let it go.
You ain't lying.
I couldn't let it go.
Listen, man, Spade, you know this where I want to be.
This is really big, bro. We need some theatrical music right here to set this up properly.
You know this is where I want to be.
Every single year, we do this.
Yeah, man.
Let me let y'all know what we got next.
Spade.
It's the countdown to the NFL season, y'all. And Leparis, he gets so happy when it's this time.
I am. I'm giddy.
He really can't control himself.
I'm giddy.
Unfortunately for my partner in crime, this is the time of the year where I kick his ass every year as we rank our top 5 NFL players at various positions.
Whoa!
It's facts, bro. I just said I got to get a strong arm truth. That's what I do. This year, man, we're not going to keep y'all waiting.
Let me get a team. Let me get a strong arm timeout. I only need a 20.
Okay.
I only need a 20.
Okay.
Spade, can you admit that you was wrong last year about
what?
Big Ben Roethlisberger over Andrew Luck? Can you admit that?
No.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not.
Bro, we're supposed to give him the strong arm truth.
I just gave him that. Now if we was ranking them in toughness, I still don't even know if I could give it to old boy. Cause Big Ben get hurt 3 times a year, every year. Every year. Play with a boot on his leg.
I thought you was gonna keep it real.
I did.
I see you over there lying.
I'm still a little salty
Sunday
about that one. Look, last year we made y'all wait for quarterbacks. This year we not. We starting our countdown with quarterbacks. And basically, if you're new to the show, or if you wasn't around last year, let me tell you how we do it. Every episode, we're gonna do a different position on the football field, and we rank our top 5. Now, let me tell you how we do this. I have to give this disclaimer. Anybody could just go pull off the stats from last season and read off the top 5 in QB rating or something. That's not what we're doing it by. It really don't have much to do with stats. This is the eye test.
Word.
And his eyes are his eyes, my eyes are my eyes, and y'all's eyes are y'all's eyes. We ain't got to see the same.
Word.
Now, if you want to hit the comment section and you want to spark a debate about why you feel like we are right or wrong about something, I'm open to that.
Also, leave your top 5. Also, leave your top 5.
I want to know y'all top 5. But if you think you're going to hit the comment section and be like, you stupid, is this, that, you're not going to get no reply from me on a good day, and on a bad day, you're getting blocked. That's just the way it's going to go.
That's the strong arm truth.
That's the strong arm truth. That's all I can do. Leparis, today we're going to give these people our top 5 QBs.
Yeah.
You're going to do your 5, I'm going to do my 5.
No. We're going to go 5-5, 4-4, 3-3.
Yeah, relax. He's so...
I'm giddy, bruh.
I see. Leparis, without any further ado, the people have waited long enough. Also, wait.
Go ahead.
Wait. Also, we ain't seen anything this year, y'all. We hadn't seen any spring training, no OTAs. So what we got in our mind is what we saw last season moving forward, what we saw and what we feel like, whether or not they finished last season going up or going down. That's what we basing this on. Leparis.
At number 5.
Without any further ado.
As bad as I wanted to give this to Dak Prescott, as bad as I wanted to give number 5 to Dak Prescott, I couldn't do it. So at number 5, I have Derek Carr of the Oakland Raiders. I have him as the number 5 quarterback in the NFL right here. A top 5 quarterback in the league. Give me Derek Carr right now at number 5.
Okay, I respect that. For me,
No.
as bad as I wanted
represent
to,
me right. I done laid so much NFL knowledge on you over the past couple of years. Represent me right. Tannehill on,
5 was tough for me.
on your list. I am burning the footage.
No.
Oh, okay.
I fought at number 5. I had a few different names I felt like could have made a legitimate case to be here. And the fan in me wanted to put Cam Newton right here at 5, but I didn't. At 5, give me Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. So I already see where your list going.
You don't see anything.
I already see where your list
You don't
going.
see anything because
Yes,
my list is off camera.
I already see where your list is going. And
No, you don't.
I already know who on your list that shouldn't be on your list. But let's
You
move on.
don't know nothing about my list.
Let's move
sucker.
on. At number 4, this guy better be on your list, man. I swear to God.
Don't tell me what to do.
I swear to God, he better be on your list.
Don't tell me what to do.
At 4, give me Andrew Luck. For all the reasons I stated last year, toughness, with the lack of weapons, Andrew Luck still went out there and had a hell of a season with a lack of weapons. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think T.Y. Hilton even got hurt, and Andrew Luck still put up big numbers. Andrew Luck better be on your list. Give me Andrew Luck at number 4.
Don't tell me what to do. All right? I tell you what I do see. I see a comparison. Because at number 4 on my list, I got the pump faking Big Ben Roethlisberger. That's who I got at number 4.
Oh my gosh, this guy's
What's the
spade
problem?
will not shake this Big Ben love affair.
What's the problem?
Spade, Andrew Luck better be on your list.
Don't tell me what to do,
At
bro.
number 3,
You're not the boss
Spade.
of
You
me.
want me to go with number 3?
Go with number 3.
At number 3, I got your boy down there in Atlanta, Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan showed some promise. He was Matty Ice until the Super Bowl, but up and through the playoffs, the regular season, Matt Ryan definitely showed that he is a top elite quarterback in his league. At number 3, I have Matt Ryan at QB.
I like that. He was one of my names that I fought with back at 5. I really did. At number 3, I'm going to go with an old familiar face that I really feel like don't get the credit that he deserves.
Oh, Lord.
The parents can sit here and talk about Andrew Luck team trash, but Andrew Luck. But nobody gives this guy this pass. And I don't think it's right. I'm here for equal equality. Do that even make any sense? I don't think it does. I'm here for equal equality. And at number 3, a quarterback who has been the man is the man, and regardless of how trash his team is, he comes out there week after week and put in work. Give me Drew Brees at 3.
I'm not mad at Drew Brees. I thought you was...
Equal equality.
I'm not mad at Drew Brees.
Equal equality. Give me your 2.
I think we know who the top 2 is going to be on both lists.
Maybe.
It's the order that's going to be the problem. Because if I know
you don't know me. You don't know me.
At number 2, right here, I have Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady still getting it done, even at his older age. I think Tom Brady about to be like 39 or something. Tom Brady still getting it done. I think Tom is still getting it done. And for what they do over there in New England, I think you still got to put Tom Brady as a top 2 quarterback in the league. So give me Tom Brady at number 2.
And number 2, I got a man who had his back against the wall. People talking trash. Folks trying to go through his damn phone. People suspending him. He ain't court. Come back. Chop the league up. Talking about Tom Brady.
Okay.
It might be the system. But why don't these other teams get it right and let their quarterback roll himself on the field in a wheelchair and still look as good as Tom Brady do? Tom Brady, number 2.
You got to factor in. He playing with a deflated ball. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I mean, excuse me.
Wow. So you just want to be a meme too? Because that's not what our show about.
That's Spade. Listen, at number 1, we both should have this guy at number 1.
Don't tell me what I should do, bro.
We both should have this guy at number 1.
Don't tell me what I should do.
And that's none other than Aaron Rodgers. I mean, to me, when you talk about a quarterback and the tools that a quarterback need, I think Aaron Rodgers have all of them. He's mobile. He's accurate. He has a strong arm. He can throw underneath. He can throw you know, the mid-range ball. I mean, like, he has it all, man. Like, Aaron Rodgers, and even when his back is against the wall and people are saying, "Oh my God, Green Bay ain't gonna make the playoffs," Ron say, "Relax, we okay." And he lead them to the playoffs again. They run off a span of 5-6 games straight.
They beat them damn Cowboys.
I'm gonna tell you, it was one of the best throw and catches that I've seen in a long time. When he threw that laser to the sideline and the tight end slid on his knees on the sideline, it don't get no better than that. It don't get any better than that. Cowboys win that game if the Packers don't have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, because I don't think anybody else can make that throw. And that's why Aaron Rodgers is the number 1 quarterback on my list.
Aaron Rodgers is also the number 1 quarterback on my list for most of the same reasons Leparis said, but also because when this guy was coming out of Cal, I said, you know what? That kid that Cal got, that dude is the truth.
I ain't know you back then, so I can't confirm nor deny that.
I can confirm, and I will be the first to admit that I'm wrong on a ton of college prospects. If I pick a person in college, he probably gonna be washed by the time he get to the league.
Like
I don't do good.
Like Tannehill.
Bro, first of all, I didn't like Tannehill, and he turned out to be a stud. Tannehill, you back there about 8 or 9, bro. Stud.
Tannehill, a top 10 QB?
Last year, on the show with iMaverick on, I predicted the Dolphins to make the playoffs, and you and iMaverick both laughed at me. You still have yet to apologize to me. And what better time than the present, my brother? I'm listening.
Bro.
I'm listening.
First of all, I'm not apologizing about them trash-ass Dolphins, so you apologize about my Cowboys, because when I was up here saying Cowboys 15-1 and winning the NFC East, you was like, nah, they ain't even the best team. The Giants the best team. The Giants
all right, nobody apologizes. Let's just move forward.
Did the Giants win that division?
Nobody's apologizing.
Did the Giants win that division?
Nobody's apologizing.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Bro, give me some honorable mentions that didn't make your list. That was right there at that 5 spot.
Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, Drew Brees.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
What?
Let's wrap, because I thought you was going to be serious.
I'm being serious. Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott.
Get out of here.
These guys are notable top quarterbacks in the league.
You ain't even said Cam Newton. You had Dak over Cam?
You see? Bro. Don't disrespect Dak, Spade. I'm not going to tolerate you disrespecting Dak.
We appreciate we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in today. Leparis took a left turn down Troll Avenue. It's very dangerous down that road, and I don't want you guys to ride with him.
We'll take this
I
ride.
Definitely had. I can't wait.
Spade, where we going next? You want to go running backs next?
I definitely want to go wide receivers next.
Oh, let's go wide. Okay, that's cool. We're going to go wide receivers.
Gotta go wide receivers next.
Okay.
Look, man, we need y'all tuning in to these shows. I want your feedback. I want your list. And I also want y'all to come through and laugh at Leparis when his list turned out to be bad. He keep trying to put Andrew Luck in the top 5.
Bro,
the man
he's a top 5
then put Big
quarterback
Ben
in
in
the
his
league,
top
bro.
5 for the second year in a row. If that's not disrespectful,
I'm tired
I don't
of
know
you
what
putting
is.
Big Ben Roethlisberger
I just
up
asked
there.
him who was his honorable mentions right there at 5. He didn't say Big Damn Ben. He's talking about some Dakota Prescott over Big Ben Roethlisberger. I need the Pittsburgh fans to come through and let this man hear it. His Twitter is @Authentic973. Tweet him and let him know he's off his rocker.
I don't care what.
No, bro.
I don't care what these guys from Pittsburgh say about anything.
Let him know. TJ, come
Andrew
through
Luck is
and let him
greater
know.
than Big Ben. Spade, as usual, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Strong Arm Sports. If you new here, bang the subscribe button. We got new intros, new layouts, and everything, man. Trying to make it look pretty for you guys.
We got some more stuff coming down the pipeline that y'all don't know about either. Just stay tuned.
If you guys new here, bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular here, hit the like button and take 2 seconds. If you don't want to see two dudes arguing in a box, we got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, УPodOmatic, iTunes. We everywhere. Anywhere you want to listen, watch. We got videos and we got audio there. Tune in.
Thanks.
We want to thank you guys for tuning in. We want you guys to leave your thoughts in the comment section about everything we talked about today, especially y'all top 5 QBs. Because Spade got Big Ben up there again and he wrong. Andrew Luck is definitely a top 5 quarterback in the league. And Dak Prescott is definitely driving up number 5 heels. Definitely. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next episode. We can't thank you guys enough for your continued support. We out. Peace.